Today the political and legal space in Nigeria is very busy as new details continue to come out about former Attorney-General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, and his son being brought before a federal high court by the Department of State Services. Many people woke up to see the headline everywhere, and naturally the story is creating strong reactions because this is someone who once stood as the chief law officer of the country. According to what has been presented in court, the security agency filed charges that include allegations connected to terrorism financing and issues related to firearms. It is important to say clearly that arraignment simply means the charges have been read before a judge, and it does not mean any person has been declared guilty. Before we continue, if you enjoy clear and calm news updates like this, kindly like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any important updates. As the court session began, the defendants were brought forward and the charges were read one after another. Observers inside the courtroom described the atmosphere as serious but calm. Legal representatives for Malami and his son immediately responded, and both of them entered a plea of not guilty to all the counts presented. This is a normal part of the legal process in Nigeria, where the accused has the opportunity to respond to allegations before the full trial begins. Many viewers may be wondering what exactly the allegations are about, so let us break it down in a very simple way so everyone can understand. One part of the case is based on claims that during his time in office, certain files involving suspected terrorism financiers were not prosecuted as expected. The prosecution believes this could amount to support or enabling of terrorism financing under Nigerian law, while the defense team is expected to challenge that claim strongly in court. Again, this is an allegation, and the court will be the place where evidence is examined carefully. Another aspect of the charges involves the discovery of firearms and ammunition that investigators say were linked to a property associated with the defendants. Authorities claim that the items were not properly licensed, which is why the Firearms Act was included in the case. These details are still being discussed legally, and nothing has been concluded yet. The judge listened carefully to both sides during the session. Lawyers representing Malami requested bail for their clients, explaining that they are respected citizens who will cooperate with the court. However, the judge stated that a formal written application must be filed before any decision about bail can be made. Because of this, the matter was adjourned to a later date, giving both sides time to prepare their arguments. Outside the court, reporters and observers gathered to hear updates, and many Nigerians started discussing the issue across social media platforms. This situation has attracted so much attention because of the position Malami once held. As Attorney General and Minister of Justice, he was responsible for advising the government on legal matters and overseeing important prosecutions. Now, seeing him stand before a judge as a defendant feels surprising to many people. Some citizens say it shows that the rule of law is active and that every individual must answer to the law if questions arise. Others believe the case should be watched carefully to ensure fairness and due process. If you appreciate balanced reporting and want more updates like this, please remember to like this video and subscribe because your support helps this channel grow. Let us also look at the wider background that led to this moment. Reports suggest that the investigation did not start today. Security agencies had been reviewing certain financial activities and intelligence reports for some time. During those reviews, items believed to be connected to firearm possession were allegedly discovered, which then opened another line of investigation. From there, authorities began examining past decisions made during Malami's tenure in office, and this eventually led to the charges that have now been presented in court. It shows how investigations can develop step by step before reaching the public stage. Public reaction has been mixed. Some Nigerians say the news is a sign that powerful individuals can also face legal scrutiny. Others say it is important not to rush to judgment because the court process has only just begun. Legal experts appearing on television have explained that high-profile cases often take time because there are many documents, witnesses, and legal arguments involved. That means the trial may continue for weeks or even months before any final outcome is reached. For viewers following this story, patience will be very important as more updates unfold gradually. Another angle that people are discussing is how this case may affect the public perception of Nigeria's justice system. When former public officials appear before the court, it often starts larger conversations about accountability, governance, and transparency. Some analysts believe this moment could influence how future office holders approach sensitive decisions, knowing that their actions may later be reviewed by investigators. Others say it simply shows that institutions are working as designed, where allegations are tested openly in court rather than decided by public opinion alone. As the news spread, many young Nigerians online started asking what the term terrorism financing actually means. In simple words, it refers to providing support, resources, or actions that may help groups or activities connected to terrorism. Because of the seriousness of that term, authorities usually handle such investigations with strong legal procedures. However, it is always the responsibility of the court to determine whether any allegation has enough proof. That is why the plea of not guilty is an important step. It opens the door for a full trial where both sides can present their arguments. Meanwhile, supporters of Malami have urged the public to remain calm and allow the legal process to run its course. They say he served the country for years and deserves a fair hearing. On the other side, some critics argue that this case represents a chance to strengthen accountability. These different opinions show how divided public conversations can become whenever a high-profile figure is involved. As a professional news presenter, it is important to keep the discussion balanced and respectful, focusing on verified facts rather than speculation. During the hearing, observers noted that the courtroom was filled with lawyers, journalists, and security officials. The judge maintained a calm tone and reminded everyone that the case would be decided strictly on legal arguments and evidence. This approach is common in high-profile matters where emotions can run high outside the courtroom. Legal analysts believe that the next hearing will focus strongly on the bail application and preliminary arguments before the full trial begins. Some viewers have also asked whether this situation could have political implications. While the case is currently a legal matter, any case involving a former senior government official naturally attracts political attention. Analysts say it may influence discussions about leadership, justice reforms, and how institutions handle sensitive investigations. However, the most important focus right now remains the courtroom, where the facts will be tested step by step. As we continue to follow the story, one thing remains clear: this case is far from over. The defendants have denied the allegations, the prosecution is preparing to present its evidence, and the court will decide the next steps according to Nigerian law. For people watching at home, the best approach is to stay informed and avoid spreading unverified claims. If you are finding this explanation helpful, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe so you can always receive clear updates without confusion. Looking ahead, many observers expect more legal arguments, more documents to be reviewed, and possibly new developments as the investigation continues. High-profile trials often bring surprises, and each hearing can reveal new details that shape public understanding of the case. Until the court reaches a decision, it is important to remember that every person is considered innocent until proven otherwise under the law. This story also reminds us how quickly headlines can change in Nigeria's political space. One moment a person is known for holding a powerful office, and the next moment that same person may be standing before a judge answering serious questions. It shows how dynamic the country's legal and political environment has become, and why many citizens pay close attention to news updates like this. As the day continues, journalists and legal analysts will keep watching the situation closely. The next court date is expected to bring more clarity about bail and the direction of the trial. Until then, discussions will likely continue online, with people sharing opinions from different perspectives. What matters most is that the process remains peaceful, lawful, and respectful for everyone involved. We will keep monitoring every update so that you receive accurate information without confusion or exaggeration. Stories like this remind us that the justice system works step by step, and sometimes the biggest headlines are only the beginning of a longer legal journey. Thank you for staying with me through this detailed explanation, and if you value professional, ad-friendly news delivery, Please like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss the next update as the story develops further.